Undefeated in these streets. You can never count out a real nigga. Swear to God, nigga. Feel like I can't die, man.
Dizzy on the beat.
Only the Lord could take me.
Used to hop the train, now I'm like the stock exchange. Mario Lemieux on a hockey rink. Brick roofs gave a nigga dry tears. In the coupe, chip tooth like I'm not sick. Running through Harlem like I'm Guy Fisher. Shooting out the spur like Kawhi Leonard. In the work, got it wholesale. NY on my back like I'm Odell. Lower East Side on my front load. Front row, I done watch them killers unload. Unfold once I got the voucher from Bo. Now 100 round chopper sound like a drum roll. Interview him like he Patrick Ewing. Big man, big town, like what happened to him? I be feeling like I'm John Starks. When he went against Mike, but I define hard. I'm about to make the city hot.
And wake up, New York City!
Wake up.
Wake up! Wake the fuck up! There you go, F-bomb. We are live on the air on Manhattan Neighborhood Network in New York City and worldwide, baby. I'm psyched right now. I'm so excited to finally be back at my home here at Manhattan Neighborhood Network. It's been a while, and we are back bigger and better than ever.
Yes,
and what way to begin things, you know, with the BTST Radio TV Live. That's the hashtag for our show today. Social media, BTST Radio Live is our hashtag. There you go. And, of course, introduce yourself, sir.
You already know what time it is. My name is Mel Gibson, the Lethal Weapon, the
4-5 Connect.
And make sure you check out our
Ask
brother
about
show.
it.
Ask
You
about
know-
us. You know what we repping. Make sure you check out our brother show, 4-5 Radio on Mixler app.
And who's this gentleman right here to my right?
You should call me more of a trans woman.
Okay.
I am the transgendered phenom, Gia Savitz.
That's right.
Professional wrestler, promoter, and entrepreneur. Have a lot to say today in today's broadcast. I've been looking forward to this since August. I'm pumped, definitely pumped.
All right, cool. All right, so we are here. We're back together. The band is back together.
That's right.
You know?
Wolfpack in the house.
That's right. Wolfpack for life.
For life.
Sue us. Well, please don't, but. All right, so let's get things going here. We got 55 minutes to play with. We're live on the air, of course, worldwide at mnn.org on the Lifestyle Channel 2, and also worldwide, you know, broadcasting also in New York City on Verizon, Fios, Spectrum, and RCN. So tell your friends, we're on the air.
Tell your friends, tell your mama, tell your auntie, tell your brother, tell your sister, tell your dad to tune in and call live. 212-757-7273.
Any callers yet for us? We're taking callers right now.
Taking callers live right now. So once again, make sure you tune in. 212-757-7273. And we would love to hear from you.
That's
the
right.
fan.
That's right. All right, so let's start things off while we're waiting for callers. Anyone could promote on social media, let people know to call in. And if people want to call in, they could do that too. But anyway, let's start things off here. So the Yankees just won the home field wild card game, which will be October the 3rd.
Thank God.
So what do you think about that?
Listen. It's been a while. The Yankees need to be restored to their former glory.
Yes.
And our crosstown rival, the Mets. I don't know what type of stuff they're on, what type of time they're on, but we don't care about them. I'm from the Bronx.
Yeah.
So we know the Yankees are the #1 team, and it's time that we prove it. It's time we get back into our former glory.
It's about time we get a championship.
That's right. It's about time. We going for it. We going for another one, and pretty soon we'll hit 30 championships.
Well, we got to win 28 first, but yeah, definitely. I like our chances. I mean, I'm not trying to jump the gun, but if the Yankees, if and when they defeat the Oakland A's in a one-game winner-take-all, then they'll be facing the Boston Red Sox in the ALDS Divisional Series. And right now, I like the Yankees' chances against the Red Sox. What do you guys say about that?
Well, I mean, I've never been a Red Sox fan, you know. It comes with the territory when you're a Yankee fan, but they always have the best rivalries ever.
Okay.
So, I mean, I'm looking forward to it, you know. I'm hoping for another championship win this year. We're going for 28 this year, you know what I'm saying? I already predicted the future. We're going for 30 very soon. So I'm predicting that the Yankees, if they don't win this year, will win the next two.
Well, I mean, we got good chances for this year. I mean, the time is now. Everybody was said with the rebuild when they brought up Aaron Judge, Gary Sanchez, and company, that there would be transition period, but there wasn't no transition period. We made it to the ALCS last year.
Yes, we did.
And we took the Houston Astros 7 games.
One of our main problems.
We almost made it to the World Series. We was this close to the World Series, man.
Well, we got to fix our
I could feel it. I could taste it.
Pitching is very important. We need our team to support
just
us.
like a woman, a special woman, you could feel it, you could taste it. It's like right there, The same thing about the Yankees in the World Series. I feel it. I feel this is our year. I feel it. I feel it. What do you guys say about that?
Well, I'm not like the greatest baseball fan in the world, but I'm more of a collector.
Okay.
I do collect.
But it would make you more money if the Yankees, would win the World Series. It would make you a whole lot more money if you especially have Yankee merchandise. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well,
we're not trying to give a plug or nothing, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
For example.
What about the NFL season? What do you think about the NFL season?
The Giants.
We're in week 3.
No, week 4. It's
sorry.
week 4 already, I believe. Like, this is crazy already how fast things are going. Before you know, it'll be winter and snow be on the ground.
Yes.
But that means summer is getting closer too.
NBA season.
Oh yes, NBA season. But the Giants had a huge victory, upset victory, and I said it on my Twitter, which is Real Big Time J on Twitter. I said it last week that it was gonna be the upset of the week, that the Giants would defeat the Houston Texans, and they did. What a wonderful performance by Saquon Barkley. Eli Manning passed for 300 yards. It was an amazing game. So the
shout outs to Eli Manning.
Yes, exactly. The Jets, on the other hand, they actually have the distinction of giving the Cleveland Browns their first victory in over 638 days. Unbelievable. So the Cleveland Browns finally won a game, so that it's just amazing. Let's talk about professional wrestling a little bit, because things are getting hot in New York, because Impact Wrestling is coming to New York City, October 14th to the 16th, and of course, we're Bound for Glory, which our good friends and brothers is on, the World Tag Team Champions, Santana and Ortiz, So I know both of these gentlemen right here have a lot to say about professional wrestling. So let's go. We'll get it. Let's do it.
All right. So
who's first?
I guess I'll start out. Okay. Well, I just want to let you know that Ring of Honor is really on a roll right now. They sold out the Garden.
Have that open right now.
Okay.
Let's talk about Ring of Honor. Death Before Dishonor 2018.
Yeah.
Jushin Liger versus Kenny King.
Yeah. So I just want to let everyone know I did check out a Ring of Honor show actually this past June at the Hammerstein Ballroom.
Okay.
It was around June 2nd, and Cody Rhodes was there, Young Bucks, and it was definitely, work-wise, it was definitely an amazing show. We had great seats, and it was me and my partner from GSF Productions, who I do big events with. So we went there, and oh my God, unbelievable! From top to bottom, work rate was just off the charts. Definitely, you just couldn't compare. It was one of those shows where you just couldn't say, "Oh, this match was bad," or this third match on the card. Everything from top to bottom, work rate wise, was just simply off the hook. It was just, So if you haven't already checked out Ring of Honor, if you're maybe a wrestling fan that hasn't seen any Ring of Honor shows, matches, DVDs or anything like that, I do recommend, definitely checking out a Ring of Honor show as soon as possible.
Okay. What do you think about Impact Wrestling? Because they're going to be here.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that, Jason, because I will admit, Impact Wrestling has definitely improved. Because I know there were times, not too long ago, where they were like, even Mike Johnson from PWInsider.com even wrote, he wrote a whole column, a whole article one time saying that he thinks that, Impact Wrestling doesn't have any more legs to stand on. This is when it was just called TNA.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
So recently, I don't know if you guys know that officials from Impact Wrestling and WWE were at a meeting in Stanford.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Scott D'Amore was rumored to be in attendance. I wonder, let me ask you this question, Gio. What do you think these men had to discuss? Because apparently the sale of Impact Wrestling was not up for discussion. So what do you think they're talking about?
It's funny you mention that, Mel, because you guys could relate to this. There was stories in regards to WWE Network. I think Triple H had something to do with that. concerning even airing indie wrestling content on WWE Network. So it's very, very possible, guys, that maybe they had this meeting with WWE to see if maybe they could have more Impact Wrestling to put on the network. I was thinking that maybe that could be the possibility.
Are we going to see that potentially? Are we going to see Impact Wrestling on WWE Network, on WWE programming?
Well,
I mean,
Impact Wrestling videos have already been featured on
Exactly.
WWE programming
Final
on
deletion.
the network.
Yes.
However, that doesn't mean that the library from TNA Wrestling, or Impact Wrestling rather, has been sold to WWE. It's
Right.
just that they were given permission to use
Yeah.
it. So I mean, this could definitely be something, for the future, because right now there's a lot of top tier Impact stars wrestling on WWE programming
Yes.
right now. So I'm pretty sure Vince would like to use the highlight reels of their footage and things like that.
But guys, I just want to point out, though, besides the meeting, I feel like they have really stepped up their game. And you know what it is, and I'm going to be perfectly honest with you boys about this.
Yes.
I kind of feel like, Impact, even from its inception back in 2002 when it was NWA TNA, I just felt like they had a more unique, in-ring product storyline-wise. They were more different, original. And this is tough for me to say this because I am a big fan of segments, storylines, all that stuff, vignettes. I just feel like when Hogan and Bischoff came in, and I know they were looking for that big, boom, these big names come in to really expand it and have. And don't get me wrong, at the beginning it seemed very like monumental, excuse me. But I kind of felt like after Bischoff and Hogan came in, I felt like I kind of said, okay, now they're trying to make it look like kind of
WCW 2.0.
I'm sorry to cut you guys off, but right now we're going to show a video from Gia Savitz. Savitz, I'm sorry. It's incorrect. Savitz. Like Savitz?
Savitz.
Yes. We're going to show a video of, you did recently in Atlantic City in the beatdown, the Broadwalk Beatdown show.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
Yeah, explain to our viewers.
Yeah, let's show the video first.
So, me and GSM Productions did multiple interviews at the Standalone Wrestling Convention.
Well, let's show the video first, and then we'll
yeah, so here it is.
yeah, we're gonna get that queued up.
Let's go to the video.
Let's see you in action. So yeah, we're gonna get that ready. So it's the woman tag team video that you did the interview, and so we're gonna get that in a second. So tell us a little bit about it while we're getting that ready.
Well, they actually in this interview they did introduce themselves because they are new to the business.
Okay.
Gia Savitz.
Oh, so here we go.
Let's
We'll
go to
just
the video.
hold your thoughts, sir.
Oh, wow. Hello.
Let's get this on.
Oh, my God.
When we're
Here with another interview here at Standalone Wrestling Boardwalk Beatdown
good,
Convention. I'm with two beautiful, lovely ladies right here. They happen to be also professional wrestling talent as well. I just met them today. So tell me tell everyone on the Gia Savitz YouTube page what your name is.
My name is Sam Leterna. I'm from New York City.
Okay.
And my name's Antoinette Ortner, and I'm from Reading, Pennsylvania.
Now, are you two a tag team in the industry right now?
Yeah, we're a new up-and-coming tag team wrestling in the tri-state area. New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, branching out to Delaware. Just trying to network right now at this lovely convention and branch out and get booked as a tag. Yes.
So how is the tag team going right now on the indie circuit? I mean, what promotions are you consistent with right now?
We just started actually tagging together because we were feuding at a few places together, and we just got along.
Pay attention, we're getting
well.
callers.
Yeah, so it just
We're live on the air.
And
212-757-7273.
We're very similar, and we sort of look alike apparently. So we're we're heading in that direction.
Yeah. But in terms of where we see ourselves going with tag, I think right now is a pivotal point in women's wrestling in general, and on the indies there's a lot of women that are starting to form tags and capitalize off this rush that is women's wrestling, and the equal opportunity thing and all of that. So we are hoping to be on the forefront of that because there's really only 3, 4, maybe 5 women's tags right now that are even wearing the same gear, working together, getting booked together. So I think that this is a market that's just getting tapped into, and we're trying to capitalize on it.
And that is definitely true. Now, there has been a transition period in professional wrestling where, they're swaying away from the divas into more of course, women's, competition and everything like that. How would you say that transition is? How do you like that?
I mean, I think that it's any woman's game right now, as far as the diva, standard versus this new kind of more aggressive, like liberated, quote unquote woman. Like for us, we kind of honor the diva code. We like it. We want to show people that you can be a diva, but you can also work in the ring and kick some butt. So that's what we're here to bring to the table in women's tag wrestling right now.
Now, with all the traveling throughout New York, New Jersey, the tri-state area, which promotion do you think is really making like a real buzz right now? That's really getting really building up their fan base real big now.
I mean, I would love to work for WWWR. I feel like they definitely display their women and talent in different varieties. So there's all different shapes, sizes, characters, normal wrestlers. So I just think that they have a little bit more to offer, and they definitely utilize their women a lot better. So we would love to work there.
That is amazing. Simply awesome for both of you. Now, where can we find you on social media?
Yeah, you can find both of us on our individual social medias on Twitter and Instagram mainly. Mine is at Sam Laterna, Leterna, and also on Facebook. Yeah.
And how about you?
And all of my handles are Real Antoinette M. So ANTOINETTE. I know it's a handful, so I have these cute little business cards made, so you guys can come find me and I'll hand them to you if you can't spell it.
All right, ladies, it was a pleasure getting to meet you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, as always. Okay, what an interview that was. These two beautiful ladies. Be on the lookout. They're going to really turn the independent professional wrestling scene upside down, inside and out.
Yes.
Yes. All right. This is Gia Savitz signing off.
Wow.
All right.
Blockbuster interview.
Thank you.
Blockbuster interview. Let me say this. They are beautiful women. I can't wait to see them in action.
And they're hardworking too.
Yes. And it's true what they said that there's a lack of women tag teams in the game right now, but that is what's building the momentum. And it's true what you were saying, that there's a shift in the paradigm from the divas, the good-looking females, to the actual female athletes that that go in there and put it out on the line. And shout outs to the women athletes in any sport, but especially professional wrestling and MMA. Hubba.
I just want to say one thing, Mel, is that these girls definitely have the drive. They have the looks. They got a great look. And, they're somewhat new to the business, but I think they're really going to turn some heads. I think they really, it was a pleasure interviewing them, and they really have the drive. And I think, I think they're going to be in the big leagues at some point, Mel, definitely.
I would love to see them.
I would love to see that too,
They're
Mel.
both beautiful women, and
definitely.
they're both, I can't wait to see them in action.
All right. I'm sorry to cut you guys off, but, right now we're going to go into segment 2, and I'm going to step out, and you two guys are going to have the lovely, talented, mean queen of the ring herself, the one and only Lexa Rose.
So I'm going to get out the way and she could come in.
Miss Lexa. Another beautiful, strong woman of
What
the
up,
ring.
bro?
How
What
are
up,
you?
bro?
How are you?
Feels good to be with family again.
Yes. Let me add this real quick. I was looking at the dirt sheets, right? As I always do. And did you hear that Cody Rhodes and Nick Aldis are gonna fight at the NWA 70th anniversary show in the rematch from All In for the NWA World's Heavyweight title? And apparently there has been a stipulation added to this. So, but it's a 2 out of 3 falls, which is, that's a classic. That's a classic
definitely a
wrestling
throwback
thing.
to years ago.
Yes. So, Miss Lexa, how are you once again?
I'm good. Definitely good. It's good to see you again.
Good to see you too. How's wrestling?
Good. Actually, proud to have been an intergender tag team champion with my fiance Trigger, which was actually pretty awesome. But it's not the last time we'll ever be intergender tag team champions. So, the future is bright. There's a lot of opportunities. Women's tag teams and just intergender tag teams.
The women are on the come up in the sport.
Yes, they really are.
yeah.
They definitely are. We pretty much bust our butts to try and prove that we're just as tough as the guys. Because back in the days, of course, the archaic thinking of we were just eye candy and just, arm trophies and stuff like that.
Yes, absolutely.
We're a hell of a lot more than that.
Absolutely.
A lot more than that.
Absolutely, I agree.
Yeah, definitely. Especially with Evolution coming up in October. in I believe it's Nassau Coliseum.
Yep, it is Nassau Coliseum.
Yeah, Nassau Coliseum. So
What
it's
do you
like
what do
around
you
my
guys
hometown.
what do you guys think about this all women's WWE pay per view?
Honestly, Mel, I actually love the idea. I also love the fact that they're mixing the divas, you know, from the legendary divas with the new talent.
Past,
and I really do
present,
like
future.
And also they're mixing all the championships, not just like the SmackDown and the Raw, also the NXT. And I think the idea is great, and I'm going to be tuning in to that as well.
Here's another question for you guys, for both of you actually. You can answer separately if you like. Do you think that eventually, with all the female talent that the WWE is bringing in, do you think that they will eventually have tag team straps for a women's division?
They really need to. It's been like so long overdue. I've seen like so many like female tag teams. Like one of my favorites has got to be Twisted Sisters, which is consisted of Holiday and Thunder Rosa. Like they're an amazing tag team. The chemistry between them and the bond between them, you could definitely tell with the way they work in the ring. Amazing competitors. I think if anything, you know, those two women, in my opinion, I feel have been a reason why there should be more female tag teams. You have in the WWE the Iconics, the Boston Hug Connection. You've also had even back before then when they split remember when they split the Raw Divas Championship with Lay Cool, and then they had it with the Bellas. I mean, you had right there two great female tag teams. So it's like, why not?
I think we have a caller on the line.
Do we?
We had a caller.
So I want to just add to that, Lexa, as well. Now, you probably remember this too. There was also years ago in the 80s, Jumping Bomb Angels.
Yes.
Those tag teams.
I think we have a caller.
Do we really?
Caller on the air.
Ja, man.
Caller on the air. Talk to me.
Hey, what's up, man? It's your girl, Vero G. What's up, guys?
Hey, how are you? Who's this?
Yeah, what's up, man? This is Vero G, man.
Hey, Vero, how are you?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing, man?
I'm very well. Thank you for asking. You are our first caller on the air. How does it feel?
I feel great. I feel like I won a contest.
So apparently we were having an issue with our phone line, but the correct number is 212. Is it the 757 number?
245.
Okay. The correct number is 212-245-7273 for all callers that want to call in. Once again, it's 212-245-7273. Now, Vero, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here, man. I'm here.
All right. Do you have any questions for the lovely Lexa Rose or the intergender one over here, Mr.
Transgender
Savitz?
phenom, Jesus Savitz, yeah.
Oh, my God. Yes, I do have a question for Lexa. I wanted to ask her, because I know she said she is a wrestler, what is her future goal into becoming, is it she wants to be an entrepreneur in what she does, or anything of that sort?
That's a really good question because I always get asked, do I see myself either in the WWE in the future? And honestly, I could safely say it's not that I have anything against the WWE. If it happens, it happens. But I really honestly see myself on a more independent freelance basis. Guys like Cody Rhodes and Kenny Omega have done so well without having to be in the WWE or needing to be in it currently for them to have a future. And I feel like being on my own, I'm able to grow more as not just a wrestler, but as an individual, to be able to... My end game really is to have the first ever wrestling-inspired makeup company called, and this is mine, # branded and copyrighted, Clothesline Cosmetics one day. Clothesline Cosmetics.
I like that.
Back bumps and blushes.
I like
you know
that.
what I'm saying?
I like that a lot.
That's my end goal. I want to be just more than just a wrestler. I want to be more than just a beauty guru. I want to be the first ever wrestling beauty guru. That's why I call myself the broke beauty guru, because I'm really starting from the bottom. A lot of these beauty gurus have everything. I don't. And I want to be able to prove and inspire other, beauty gurus and wrestlers out there to start from the bottom and work your way up. It's possible. I want to inspire that positivity, that encouragement, and that hope that you can do anything. As long as you put your mind and your heart and your soul into it, you can do anything. And honestly, I really feel like I'm just going to be the empire, the owner of my own empire. That's pretty much where I see myself. I'll maybe even have my own promotion from there. So yeah.
Okay.
Great. Wow. Cool. You answered my question. Cool. Well, keep up the great work, and you guys are awesome. Jason, the Loudmouth, Mel, Gibsun, the whole crew, guys, you're amazing, man.
Thank you so much. We appreciate your input, and we appreciate your call.
You're welcome, man. No problem, man. Anytime.
All right. Once again, the correct number to call. We had a little bit of a snafu earlier with the number, but the correct number to call if you want to call in live, 212-245-7273. Here with Gia Savitz and the lovely and beautiful Lexa Rose, the broke beauty guru of professional wrestling with the Enzo shirt.
Couple haters.
Okay, so speaking of Enzo, let me. I've always wanted. I know you're a big fan of Enzo.
Oh, always have. Write it down.
So I wanted to ask you this.
BTST.
He was accused of what was it? It was
Sexual
of sexual assault.
Yeah.
He was cleared of sexual assault.
Yes.
Do you think that we have another caller? I know we have another caller on the line. Caller, what's up? Talk to me. Caller, who's this?
Hello?
Yes.
Hey, this is Robert.
Robert, how are you?
I'm alright, man. I'm pretty sure I've seen this girl on WTF.
Yes, I have been.
Absolutely.
I have been.
Whipped cream.
Yeah.
This is
That's
the same
also my
Lexa
other
Rose.
venture.
What's your Instagram?
My Instagram is ring_queen_Lexa, and if you want to follow me on Twitter, it's just ringqueenlexa, all no spaces.
Cheap plug.
Yeah, and I'm also on YouTube too.
Can you give the fans a spin?
A spin. There you go.
The 360 view, ladies and gentlemen.
And check out my YouTube for my foot videos too.
The best day of my life. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks for calling, Robert. We appreciate your call. And once again, the number to call in is 212-245-7273. Now, once again, back to what we were discussing. Enzo, accused of sexual assault, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cleared of sexual assault. Do you guys, in your heart, believe that the WWE should give him another chance?
I do. I honestly do. He's got the look. He's got the mouth. He's got the talent. Yeah, he kind of went about it wrong. But then again, when somebody accuses you of rape and you know you didn't do it, what's the point of making a big stink or even saying, hey guys, you know, I'm being accused of rape? It's kind of not something that you want to talk about. Just like people shame the victims for not bringing it up, there are so many reasons why a victim won't even bring up why they were raped. Same thing as why someone who's being falsely accused won't bring it up. Like, I can't believe somebody's going to accuse me of something like this. It's embarrassing just as much as the act of being sexually assaulted as well.
Now, yeah, my opinion too. Yeah, I think everybody in professional wrestling does, you know, and in general, any you know line of work deserves a second chance. So yeah, I feel like, you know, he's been cleared and everything. So yeah, I think he does deserve a second chance. And we also have to understand something, that he was one of the top merchandise draws for WWE. His merchandise sold, you know, whether it was the wig or the shirts or any of that stuff. So, you know, he definitely, you know, he does have money on him. I know there are a number of people, though, you know, like I know Simon Gotch was very vocal about this.
But is he in the E either?
No, he's not either. But he was very vocal about how he feels like, you know, okay, yeah, he talks and stuff like that, but does he have the skills to back it up? You know, I mean, honest with you, like with Enzo, I love his mic work, I love his, you know, charisma, and it's interesting with him because. And you guys know about this, when he made his WWE, well, in NXT, he never had a day of wrestling training. He didn't go to any, he was from New Jersey, he didn't go to any, you know, schools in New Jersey, like the ECPW school or, you know, things like that, or Monster Factory.
He doesn't have traditional wrestling training.
No, exactly, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So he never went to any of those schools in the Jersey area. So, I mean, he really definitely defied the odds and everything. But yeah, he definitely does deserve a chance.
I give him a lot of credit because although he's not much of an all right, I can't say he's not much of an athlete because he went out there and busted his ass, but he's not as traveled as other wrestlers. However, he can talk a mean game, and his promos are always on point, and he has that good energy, and that's something I always liked about Enzo. And I think that, you know, his situation may have helped what he wants to do now, because now he's venturing into music and things like that. So I mean,
I was actually jamming out to his song Phoenix on my way here like a couple of times because that's like one of my favorite songs.
It's a great song. I love that song. I saw the video and everything.
Consensual penis. It's like, I swear to God, it's just so raw and just, oh my God, it's just everything you could tell, like everything he had, like that he was getting off his chest.
Now, we know what was actually interesting that I heard about, and this happened last month. I'm sure both of you maybe heard about this. How he made an appearance at the House of Glory show.
Yes.
Last month. Now, I wanted to go. I wasn't able to go. Did you attend at all, or did you hear anything about it?
No, I wasn't able to attend at all. But I heard a lot I heard a lot of things from my inside sources because I have a lot of friends that go to House of Glory that are students of House of Glory. So, I mean, they all told me that he was well received by the locker room and he was very humble and, you know, people had a great time. So, I mean, shout outs to him, you know, shout outs to House of Glory. So, I guess we're going into our third segment, but before we go into our third segment, I want to read something from the dirt sheets concerning WWE news and rumors. Rey Mysterio, despite signing a new contract with WWE, Rey Mysterio will continue to retain ownership shares in Aero Lucha. Aero Lucha is a Lucha Libre promotion that he's involved in, according to CEO Jason Brown. Even though there are strong rumors that Shawn Michaels will be returning to the ring to wrestle in more than just the tag team match that is scheduled for Saudi Arabia, sources say backstage that nobody can or wants to confirm whether this is true. There are still people who feel like Michaels will do more than one match, and it has been reported it is expected that his first singles bout could occur early at Survivor Series. The Big Show continues to work in an ambassador's role with the WWE, reports the Wrestling Observer newsletter. He recently signed a new contract and is also available for in-ring wrestling if the company ever needed him in that capacity. Have you seen what he looks like lately?
Rey Mysterio?
Big Show, both of them.
Oh
yeah,
my God.
I have seen. But he really, because, you know, it's interesting you mentioned this, Mel, because he was also part of this. A fan made a YouTube video actually recently that showed his body transformation from how he was all blown up in like the early 2000s, late 90s, well, more like the early 2000s, into how he is now. So he definitely has really like toned down everything, which is very interesting, you know. And